My name is Kelsey Sweet, and here is my video submission for the questions. For the first question, we need to explain why y equals cos x is odd, even, or neither. So we know that for an even function, f of negative x equals f of x. And for an odd function, we know that f of negative x equals negative times f of x. And for neither is satisfied. So we know that cos of negative x equals cos of x. Therefore, we know that y equals cos x is even. So there's the first question. And you can't see it. For the second question, we need to determine from the graph if f of x e to the x power, where x is less than or equal to 0, and x minus 2 quantity squared, where x is greater than 0. So we need to determine from the graph if that is 1-to-1. So for our graph, e to the x power, where x is less than or equal to 0, we know that the domain is less than or equal to 0. Therefore, the y-intercept is 0, 1. For the second part, x minus 2 quantity squared, where x is greater than 0, we will substitute, we want to find out what will make this 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. So the first point is at 2, 0. Then the second point, we need to substitute x with 0. 0 minus 2 is negative 2 squared is 4. However, this is going to be an open circle because as x can never equal 0 and y will never equal 4, it'll be very close though. So there's our graph. And then, to determine if this graph is 1-to-1, we will use a horizontal line test. And since the test crosses at 2 points, the test is not satisfied. Therefore, we know that f of x is not 1-to-1. So there's the second problem. Now, for the third problem, we are going to solve for y using law of logarithms. So we know that y equals ln of x if and only if e to the y power equals x. So for our first problem, a, ln of 1 minus 2y equals t. We want to change this into exponential form. So we get 1 minus 2y equals e to the t power. Then we want to isolate the y. So first we're going to add 2y to both sides and minus e to the t power from both sides. So 1 minus et equals, adding the 2y, equals 2y. We're going to switch this around, equals 1 minus e to the t power. Then we want to isolate the y, so we get y equals, divide both sides by 2, 1/2 times 1 minus e to the t power. And that is isolated. For the second part, b, is e to the ky power equals x. So we want to change this into logarithmic form. So we get ky equals ln of x. So we want to isolate the y, so we divide both sides by k. Y equals divided by k, so 1 over k times by ln of x. And with the law of logarithms, we can further that with ln of x to the 1k power. And then that is solved for y. And that's it.